How do we look? Okay, Casino Guitars. We have a YouTube thing, but most of you haven't been to our shop. So we want to talk about the shop for a minute. We're gonna do a quick little, not super quick, but a little shop tour, give you an idea of what happens here every day at Casino Guitars. We're doing it sort of before shop really gets open, so it's quiet and we can have a little time. There might be a few folks meandering in there that we just let in because the door's open, but follow me forth in historic Southern Pines in the old casino itself. Come on. Bam. So right here is the main showroom. I'm gonna close the door so the dog doesn't escape because we always have a shop dog somewhere in here. We don't know where she is. But here's the main showroom of Casino Guitars right now. It changes, it modifies pretty much daily it seems because guitars sell, new ones come in. We get bored of seeing the same thing, so we move things around a lot. Sean's over there doing something. Sean's always doing something. Just ready. Come on, the phones are available. So this is an old 1912 casino. This was built back in the early days of Southern Pines, which was a gambling town. This is the main casino floor right here where we live with lots of Fenders, lots of Paul Reed Smiths, lots of Fender custom shops, lots of Gretches. There's some Gibsons around. There's lots of vintage things, but this is the main, we call it the main gambling hub of casino. We're a big fan of hanging out. So we obviously have a couch and chairs. We have shop lunches here sometimes. A lot of times we meet with folks coming in from out of the country, out of town, out of state, wherever, out of this small little city, hang out here. This was the great old, this wall changes every day. We don't know if it's gonna be Paul Reed Smiths, Gibsons, Fenders. Right now it looks like a reverse pyramid of Fenders and one cool American vintage right down in the middle. But this is, so scrolling this way, let's just follow around a little bit. We got, oh, there's the shop dog, by the way. That's Sudie Mae. She is ferocious and one of the best parts of this whole place of Casino Guitars. We love her to death, and her bone is way too big. I'll just take this away. We love you. So Sean is here at the illustrious counter at Casino Guitars. This is
where it happens.
This is where the magic does not happen. This is just where the bills are paid, I guess. But and I fret you, or
yeah.
So this is an old British church pew from England, and it was everything in here is old. Even this little table back here and the guitar that was behind it just sold, so there's nothing there right now. But this was my grandfather's old desk for his office back in the day. But let's keep coming. We're still staying in the main room. Sean, we're gonna pass right by you. I'm sorry. So we're gonna come. This room was the high stakes gambling room. So we had to reconstruct the walls to be just like it was. And in here, we actually have some of the more affordable pieces. This is where you have some of the Players series. It's a little bit low right now. We're getting a whole bunch of new stock is in the back that we haven't brought out yet, but it's always happening. It's fun. Basses, the basic accessory stuff, all the classic vibe Squires that we love. This room's getting ready to go through a major renovation, so we'll do a whole new tour then when it comes out. But everything's always evolving here. That's the fun of it. Ooh, what do we see here? Pedals? There's pedals. We like to keep all of our pedals. This is just part of our pedals. We just keep our favorite pedals out, so you can get your hands on them immediately. If you want to, like, oh, what is this pedal? You want to get your hands on it? We got to keep the tags. That's a $200 pedal. I have no idea what this pedal does, but I don't play pedals really. This is Sean, Jonathan, and the other guys, Clark, Jason's, their department. But we're a big fan of hands-on. You'll notice there's no locks on any of the guitars. We like to play them all. Follow me this way. We'll keep going back. We're going to skip my office because it is filled to the brim with guitars right now. But otherwise, we're going to go into the acoustic universe. This is it's one of my favorite places. Excuse me, sir. I apologize. We're just walking right by it. No problem. So here's the acoustic alley, as we call it sometimes. And it starts with your Taylor, your Tecates. Behind Derek was a bunch of sort of custom shop pieces. We have tons of little weird storage places built into it as well. Then we enter into the USA-made Taylors and some other oddities. So this is where a lot of folks spend a ton of time just hanging out here, having a drink, playing a guitar, having a few strums. I often spend my after hours, if I'm in an acoustic mood, I sit right here after work. I'll have a little spicy water, we call it. And just play some guitars by myself. This is my most relaxing sort of area in the shop sometimes. But if I really want to hide, we'll go to the next area too. So keep following me, it's fun, isn't it? So on this wall here, we just put these silly signs up because we think they're hilarious. We put them up for a day. This is where the more affordable, some of the acoustics, like some of the Dreadnought Juniors, the Fenders, the stuff for beginners too. So we like to have some of those on display. Plenty more in the back, in the warehouses. But we like to have guitars, again, out that you can pick up, play for $150 all the way up to $150,000. Follow me in here. This is a fun room here. This is the Martin room, and it's always changing. A guitar just sold, it looks like, too, in the time that I've been starting this video, because all of our hooks are usually occupied. But this is a great little small room. We built lots of small rooms. There's more we won't even get into, but we might get to them, that you can get into and you can play by yourself and close the door, have some privacy. I like that. I don't like playing in showrooms, so we're very particular about just being private, having a little fun. But this room's great. The acoustics are awesome. I love it. It goes to our backyard out there. It's not really pretty at the moment, but the backyards are all buildings touching each other. Follow me this way, past the affordable Fenders, the CD60s. This is the fun room. This is the this is sort of the showcase room, as we call it. Someone was just playing right here, it looks like. This this was the 2-lane bowling alley, hence the bowling pins that we found underneath the building. We carved them out to hang them on the wall. We just haven't done it yet. And the pig that my father killed below us. And these Skylark specials that we haven't even unboxed yet, and a Super Bee that's custom wrapped for casino guitars only, with our lovely names on them. Can't wait to get into those. We'll probably do that later today. But this place was awesome because this was part of the 2-lane bowling alley. That wall down there was not there, and that was built. But this whole thing is built to showcase some of our favorite guitars in the way that we think they are, pieces of art that are playable. The cool part about this is we shut down for a few days, a few years back, just to build this thing. Derek and Sean started to put the hands on there, made some wood cuts. Dylan and Baxter had to stain it, which took far too many days and far too many hours being high on oil fumes, so that was a nightmare. But we're passionate about the way guitars are seen, the way they're viewed. So when you play it, you're not just buying the guitar, you're buying the experience, you're buying like the joy of that instrument. Hopefully you treat your guitars the same way at home. This case over here, Sean built this one as well, out of old floorboards from the grocery store, the original grocery store, and it's got a couple Fender custom shops in there. It's Terry Kath, Waylon Jennings, custom wrap Magnetone, Starlight combo with matching cabs. Swore I'm an amp lover. Oh wait, there's booze. So we get a lot of bourbon. We love when people send us bourbon because we come back here. This is our private sort of bourbon stash. Sometimes it always changes. Something else. There's some vodka in there too, I thought. But it's just a fun place. Some of our favorite PRS cores are back here that we want to get our hands on. I particularly like that McCarty single cut. I think it's awesome. Some boutique things, some Echo Parks, like Castadosa baritone over there. It's just the pieces you're not going to see elsewhere. We're big fans of celebrating the unique and finding the glorious pieces that you can click and point, but like it's really cool when you come in here and see them in person too and get your hands on them. Shall we go next door? What do you think, Derek?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's go next door. So following me, you're going to come through one of our many storage rooms. We've built this room, again, was a bowling alley. The place was a casino. Upstairs.
Also the old set for YouTube.
This is the old set. I forgot to mention that. That's important, isn't it? This was the YouTube set. So coming through here, what, employees only? It's pretty exciting. It's a storage room. Okay, we're now in ground zero for the headquarters of where the studios are, where the production studios, where the think tank called Derek lives. He lives in this place. It is always changing. We have multiple sets here. Follow me into the main set. So this is where Baxter, me, sits all the time. This is sort of my squat. This is where we do the videos, which is really fun. That's Jonathan. He's not here today because he is lazy and good for nothing. This is sort of, we call a set one. This was one of our sets too, where we can project things right here across this big open space. This is just cool toys that we like to play with. We are guitar obsessies and lovers, so we collect amps, guitars all the time too.
For personal stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. None of this stuff in here is for sale. We change the set daily. You're gonna see a sneak preview of things to come over here. A whole batch of Victory amps, getting ready to be unloaded, getting ready for pictures and display and taking over the world. Oh, that's an MK Clean, which I'm obsessed with. I love the coppers too. I don't want to talk about it. It's amazing. Coming soon. Stay tuned. Right here is is like our little sort of workstation, and this is the couch folds into a bed because we're guitar players and we sleep. This is the casino healthcare plan. Some massage chair because we work in retail and guitar shop. We need that. This is where Derek lives. When you're watching the videos, I'll be Derek for a minute. This is where Derek often sits in this amazing chair. and he controls the operations. It's all turned off right now, and I don't know how to turn it on. It's scary. Here's the thing, I don't want to touch it. He can real life checks the live streams. He's editing sometimes on the fly right there, but he has a whole system where he can just kind of get right to it as we're shooting, so it's sort of fluid. This building we're in used to be the original doctor's office of Southern Pines. This was a big accounting firm. And then coming back here, see what's in there. Here's where some of the pictures are taking. I don't know if that's that glamorous, the trash bag. And there's more storage. That's top secret in that room though, so I can't go in. Some of that stuff is coming soon. There's accounting down there too. It's Beth. It's Beth, she's on the video right now.
That's gonna be a grandma.
Soon, any day soon. So that's the accounting firm of the United States of America right there. So she's in charge of everything. And then there's teaching studios that way, but we're just gonna stay in here. We don't care about the teaching studios. This is more fun. Cool, some of my favorite guitars that you see on the set every day. Gretsch Anniversary Special. There's some special meaning behind these guitars. I'll get into some of them. Right here's one of my favorites in the whole collection as I bounce guitars across. I put the hooks too close to each other. This is a 1942 single lot 17 with a custom stamp from Saudi Arabia right there. The gentleman who owned this guitar is Dick Cavito. I consider him still the owner. He gifted it to me. It wasn't something he would let me buy. He said, if I sold it to you, it's not a gift. We work on charities together. He fought in the World War II with the Army Air Corps against the Nazis. So this guitar not only survived Nazis and Rommel's empire of rain and destruction in the desert, it survived the ravages of the desert and that humidity out there with no case, no neck reset, nothing. 65 Hummingbird. I love this guitar. It's one of the best recording guitars. Sort of dead sounding for most people's ears when you first drum it. When you put a microphone on, oh my Lord, it records like none other. 78 Deluxe. This is a great one. This is the one I use for all my sort of Broadway work and a lot of my rock and roll stuff in New York. This thing has been dropped down a subway stairs. There it is. That's the ding right there when I dropped it down a flight of subway stairs. Gibson Tough. It was in a soft gig bag. And I saw it tumble over itself knowing the headstock is broken. Derek's 1970. This was converted from a deluxe into the full-size humbuckers because somebody wanted it to sound good apparently. 1956 Rancher. This guitar is awesome to behold. Ranchers don't get enough love. We think they're super cool. They sound like strange, but in the best possible way. And it weighs a ton. Right next to it, equaling its weight, a 76 Custom here. This is the Kiss Killer. And my Peter Frampton machine. I love it. I think it's cool too. That was a special guitar in my past as well. An old 30s boy Gibson here, jumping onto one of my favorite Jags. Not my favorite Jag, but my favorite guitars are Jags. This is an old mid-60s right here, pre-65. Mint condition. It's sort of insane. I think there was some trading involved to get that. That SG is also one that I love to death, but it's had some modifications on it too, but that's okay. It sounds fantastic. Original pickups, awesome. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of a glimpse of what's behind us when we're talking. These do change every once in a while because we're weird and we get bored and we want to change things, but guitars.
Yeah.
So this Vibreverb here is really cool. That's one of those limited edition ones that Stereo Vaughn's Amp-Tech Cesar Diaz did the mods for. So this deluxe reverb is just a reissue, but I toured a lot with this one. This was like my Buddy Holly amp. Even though I know this amp didn't exist then, but it sounded too good to not use. That was my Buddy Holly. A GMI. This was a Troy Van Leeuwen amp here that the Queens use, and this one is awesome. If you want to blow people's faces off, this amp does it. That old Starlight's sweet too from Magnatone. We got two Bassemans, a 64 and a 65. Right next to my favorite amp, the Two Rock Bloomfield. Now what's fun about these guys is I feel like this is the amp we use for most of our demos. You can see we got the two mics on it. We sometimes just use the SM57. The ribbon mic's great, but sometimes we just don't want to use it. But these guys, if I dime them, kind of gets me close to that. The problem is I would be deaf by the time it's all over. Got an old 65 Super Reverb, amazing. You got, what, a 57 Champ, another Magnatone, a 1960 Gibson stereo. This is the last hand-wired Vox amp built in the Marshall factories before Korg took over. An old 60s Tremolux. The Scottish Benson down here next to it. This thing's really cool. I'm thinking about modding it a little bit. I'm sort of on the fence. Right here is a Super B, car Super B. I keep that sort of in my collection when I want to get that super reverb sound without blowing my face off. Another Gibson. I love this little Gibson amp right here. These things are great. If you know what it is, you know. If you don't like them, this thing is stupid. It's the Brian May Red Special. It's really dumb. I had Johnny pick that up for me at Carter's because they don't ship apparently amps. So when he's coming back, I was like, can you pick that up? And he did a little detour that was, I don't know, 2 hours out of his way, I think, to get it. Another fun amp. This is a Smart Bell. If you have a Smart Bell, that's kind of ones if you know as well. Look at the girl here. She actually works for the company, or works for the company. I don't even know if it exists anymore. But it was Eric Johnson's Amp Tech built some of these amps. And they're like sort of Dumble monsters. It's so loud, it's almost unusable. Got an original Gibson. This is an orange rock reverb right here that I think it's a great thing. This is my pedal board. I don't really ever use it, but Sean built this for me for giggles. What is this? Oh, another Harmony. I love these dumb guitars for some reason. I have a sort of thing, whenever these come in the shop, I always buy them. I think I have 4 of them. I think therapy. That kind of wraps it up for the amps that are out right now, right?
Yeah.
Follow me this way. Follow me over here. So coming over here, oh, there's a picture of Sean Baxter. And there's the bobbleheads in the soap dish. So, in conclusion, after a hard day's work, or during a hard day's work, we just, pop our shoes off, hop in here. I hope you've had a great time watching this Casino Guitars shop tour. I've had a great time talking about things. I'm about to have a better time right now. I stick my hands in here and prepare for takeoff. But to all my fellow fantastic guitar friends that haven't been here yet, please come on and see us. Click like, subscribe. But just, if we can help with anything, we'd love to help. But also, if all your favorite shops out there, have fun, go see them, go support them, and just have fun playing guitar. Peace be with you. Thanks so much.